Hello, everyone. We are back in the kitchen today to make one of my all-time favorite baked things, desserts, breads. I don't know. I guess it's kind of desserty, but we eat it with chili, with vegetable soup, with really anything we can find an excuse for. These are my cheese muffins. They are inspired by a barbecue restaurant that started in Birmingham, Alabama, where we used to live, where my wife is from. And when we would always go there, this was one of the things that we looked forward to the most. And they call them cheese biscuits there, which I never understood because this is not a biscuit, this is a muffin. So I renamed them muffins, and after much trial and error, came up with a recipe that I think is pretty fantastic. So let's get right to it. Right here, I have all-purpose flour and bread flour, half and half. It's 256 grams total, so 128 grams each. If you do not have a kitchen scale, I highly, highly recommend getting one. You can get those super cheap online, Amazon. And seriously, the one I got was maybe $20, $21. And if you weigh the ingredients, you get exact measurements and you get a consistent result every time. I think a lot of people are afraid of baking, are frustrated with baking because they do not weigh their ingredients. They just get 3/4 of a cup. So this is technically 3/4 of a cup of each of these flours. Well, 3/4 of a cup of flour can weigh, I don't know, 100 grams or so. Well, if it's packed full of flour, it could be 125 grams. If it's super, super loosely spooned in there, it could even be less than 100. So you can really mess up a recipe by not weighing out the ingredients. Okay, I'm not gonna say that again. All-purpose flour and bread flour in this little container. I have half a teaspoon of baking soda and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm gonna throw that in there with the flour. And then I have salt. This is 3/4 of a teaspoon of regular old salt. So throw that in there. I'm going to whisk this together really quickly. I typically spill flour everywhere when I do this. Not today, not today. All right, that is pretty well stirred together. I'm gonna go ahead and get my bowl here. And to this bowl, I'm going to add 1 cup of buttermilk plus 2 tablespoons of regular milk, so 2% or higher. Add that to the bowl. This is lukewarm to room temperature. You do not want this cold, and I'll tell you why in just a second. You're gonna add 1 room temperature large egg. You don't want it cold. And if you are wanting to make this recipe and you don't want to wait on getting a room temperature egg, all you have to do, get however many eggs you want, get a small bowl that will fit in, and fill that bowl with really, really warm water to the verge of, not boiling hot, but you can actually do hot water. And let that sit just for 2 to 3 minutes, and it will come up to room temperature very, very quickly. So it's a little trick I learned. That's free. Okay, 2 cups of shredded sharp cheddar. You can do whatever kind of cheese you want. I really think sharp cheddar is great. I think pepper jack would be awesome. Something that you can definitely taste. I wouldn't do something mild like Swiss, even something like Gruyere. I think those are too mild. I need something that's a little stronger in flavor. So I have the milk, I have the egg, 2 cups of cheese. I'm not gonna add this cheese to the liquid. I'm gonna add it to the flour in just a second. What I'm gonna do is add 4 tablespoons of melted, cooled butter, okay? It can be warm. You just don't want it hot because it will obviously cook the egg, and we don't want to do that. So pour that butter in there, and then I'm going to whisk this together, and I failed to get a small little whisk from behind me. So I'm gonna do that right now. Where's my whisk? Let's do this guy. All right. So whisking together the buttermilk, the egg, and the butter. And I'm gonna get every bit of butter out of here because I don't wanna waste anything. I think butter's expensive. Even when it's on sale, I think it's expensive. All right, have that all together. To this, add, it's a lot, 3/4 a cup of granulated sugar plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. Again, I tweaked and tweaked and tweaked this until I felt like it tasted pretty much identical to the restaurants. So you're gonna whisk this together until you feel all that sugar has dissolved in there. This will not take long at all, especially since you have room temperature to warm ingredients. It's gonna come together a little faster than if you just had all cold ingredients. I can already feel that this sugar is almost completely dissolved. I love this little, I don't remember where I got this. I might have gotten this from Williams-Sonoma, but the brand is Joseph. That's the brand. And I use this thing all the time. Because look, I'm saving a step. Instead of getting spatula, I just use the spatula part of this whisk. All right, that sugar is dissolved. This is such an easy recipe too, but it is highly impressive. But you don't have to let people know that it was that easy. I'm gonna set my whisk right there. Now, you wanna coat this cheese in the flour, and I made the mistake of not getting a bigger bowl. So basically, I'm just going to, see I already have cheese overboard. Cheese overboard. You wanna coat the majority of the cheese. Again, if you have a big bowl, this would work amazingly. I would pour all the cheese in there, and I'm still gonna try to, you know what? You know what? Why not? You're gonna add this to the wet, or you can add the wet to the dry. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna whisk this together just until it comes together. If you continue to mix this after it's come together, this will develop the gluten, and you don't wanna do that because that will give you tougher muffins, almost said biscuits, tougher muffins. The same thing applies for biscuits though. If you're making homemade biscuits, the less you work the dough, the better. That's about 90% together. I'm gonna finish this by getting this cute little spatula and going around the sides, and I'm gonna mix this just until it comes together. This is almost together. I'm kind of scraping up from the bottom, so I'm not really mixing. I'm just kind of folding it up to make sure that there's no dry pockets in there, because you definitely want this thoroughly combined. That's it. You see how easy that was? I think the most difficult part of this recipe, which is not difficult, is prepping all the ingredients, measuring everything out, melting the butter, letting it cool, bringing the egg to room temperature, shredding the cheese, all that. That's the most work. This is done. All we have to do now is scoop this into a prepared muffin tin, which I'm gonna do in just a second. We are back with our muffin tin that has been sprayed with pan for baking. There's another brand out there called Baker's Joy. They both work great. It actually has a little flour in the spray. So shake it well, then apply liberally to your muffin tin. Now, this is going to make 12 to 14, depending on how much you scoop into here. I don't like these too full because they start growing into each other, cooking into each other. So we don't want that. So I don't know what ounce scoop this is. This is what I consider kind of a standard ice cream scoop. That's about level, maybe a tiny bit less than level. That's all you want. So if you stamp that down like that, stamp it. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. You want about 3/4 of the way up the cup, no more. So I'm gonna repeat this for all. And again, I love a scoop like this because you get uniform sizes for each one. Consistency. And I think, again, as I said earlier, with baking, I think consistency is the key. I might get comments, these don't look very healthy. Well, that'd be because they're not. They're not healthy at all. At all. These are fantastic, but I said nothing about them being healthy. I guess you get some protein, you get some calcium from the cheese, and you actually get a good bit of protein from the flour. But that, all that sugar in there. And you might be thinking, cheese muffins, that's really strange. Sweet cheese? I don't know about that. I'm telling you, trust me, please, these are fantastic. All right, look at that. I'm done with that. A couple of these are a little full, but oh well, it'll be fine. Look how much I have left. So I'm going to get, I would say maybe 3 to 4 more muffins out of that. So once this bakes, I will let this cool, I'll respray and do the rest of the muffins. Now, before you start putting all of this together, go ahead and get your oven preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. These are gonna go in there anywhere from 12 to 13, 6, 17 minutes. And until they are golden on the top, you wanna make sure they're cooked all the way through. If not, you'll see the middle start caving in. Once they start cooling down, that means the middle is not fully cooked. It'll still taste great, but you definitely want a kind of a golden exterior on these. So let's get these in the oven. We are back and the muffins are done. So I got distracted. I'm making a roast tonight and got a little distracted. Left it in the oven maybe 2 minutes too long, maybe for these, but honestly, these right here are absolutely perfect. You want some browning. You want this brown edging right here because that's that cheese getting all toasted. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's so hot. Okay, for a moment of truth. Let's break that open. It's so hot. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm telling you. Now, when they serve them in the restaurant, they typically come out pretty brown like that. I prefer them just a little bit lighter than this, like these right here. These are absolutely perfect right here. But again, just don't get distracted. We should probably try it, shouldn't we? Just a little bite. Okay. All right. Holy cow. Holy cow. Those are so good. They're just sweet enough from that sugar. That cheese all the way there around the side has gotten toasted. The flavor is just incredible. The restaurant serves these with a honey butter. I don't think these need anything. These are fantastic. Make them, and once you do, let me know how you like them. I'll put the recipe right below the caption. Take care. Bye-bye.